Kim Han-sol, it's a pleasure to have you in my talk show. Do you know that the reason why I want to interview a student from the United World College in Mostar is a very strong emotion from my side for this school. But before going to that, I'm curious on your life before. You are born in North Korea.
Yeah, I was born in North Korea in 1995 in Pyongyang, the capital, and that's where I spent like the first few years before moving to Macau.
But after the family moved to Macau, you went back to North Korea several times.
Yeah, I usually visit North Korea like every summer to meet with my relatives back home, keep in touch with the families.
Were you very isolated, or was it possible for you to play with other children and from all around, or were you in a special situation?
When I was growing up, it was very isolated. First of all, to keep a very low profile. And yeah, that's why I didn't really have much childhood friends from North Korea, and that's why all my friends are from outside, like such as Macau. And
was it because of your so-called position? Of course, everybody is an individual, but your grandfather was Kim Il-jong, and he was, of course, a very special leader in North Korea.
Yeah, that played a big role in the isolation when I was growing up in North Korea.
Was it in some way a positive shock for you to just find that you can be just with other children and play with them and with young people and without any kind of problems?
Yeah, it wasn't really a big problem getting along with friends. There were a lot of internationals in that school, and that's where it started, where I wanted to really go further into the international community and get to know more about different cultures and backgrounds. Because in my school in Macau, where I went, we had people from like United States, South Korea, and these are countries that we have been having a lot of conflicts with and a lot of tension. But then we turned out to be really great friends in the end, and that just sparked the curiosity for me to go further into the next level, and then I chose to move to United World College later on.
Did you have any kind of support that your parents also supported you to just look for this opportunity, or was it totally your own idea?
It was my own idea, actually. One summer, just before the summer break in my last year in Macau, I decided that I should leave the place and go somewhere else and for a different experience. And one of my friends showed me some brochures of United World College. And then that's where it started, and then I applied, did all the processes and everything. And yeah, that's where the journey starts. Yeah, I'm very happy. I love Mostar, yeah. I like the food, the people are very nice here, and yeah, very good.
Of course, I'm sitting with you here with television cameras around us. Have you been very much attacked by us who want to talk with you and by the cameras? Has there been a lot of attention to you?
Yeah, that all happened when I was applying for the visa. The visa application actually got frozen after the first reporting from a Croatian news media. And after a while, some more paperwork and everything, we got through that, and the journey to Mostar was also a huge pressure because of the media's following. And it was really I didn't know how to describe like the feeling, because it was for the first time ever like I had that kind of pressure and constant camera flashes and everything like that, and it was just uncomfortable like for me at first.
How are you feeling about your studies here?
I really enjoy my time here, and it's only been first year here, but it feels like I've been here for some time. I didn't have any problems settling down here when I arrived. Everyone welcomed me.
How are you staying in a dormitory, or where are you staying?
Yeah, I'm staying in the dormitory. Yeah, and over there, like, we have all these wonderful friends from many different countries.
Very different countries.
Yeah, my roommate is from Libya, and yeah, it was quite an interesting experience throughout the year, having a Libyan roommate, and especially the revolution when it happened. He was really enthusiastic about it, and he was telling me many stories. He would tell me stories about what he was doing during the revolution and how he went home and saw a different Libya, the transition process of old and new Libya. And it was really interesting.
Could you say that this really is a peace-building education?
Yes, because of the multiculturalism that the school has and the diversity in the classrooms, it is easier for all of us to expand on our topics in class and share our opinions on various topics. And through that, I think we can come to a better understanding with no boundaries. And I think that's a really crucial thing for building a more peaceful community. And because we all have different opinions in our classrooms because of the diversity, and through that, for example, when we are having historical topics in history class, there are things that are really debatable, and we can come to a common understanding in the end of the day, after discussing different point of views.
And here in this country, there are at least 3 histories of what happened, of the same events, depending on what part you represented. And I learned during my years here, starting in '95, immediately after the fall of Srebrenica, the genocide there, that you never should allow yourself to believe in only one of the stories, because there is something true and something totally wrong in all the stories that are told. And if you can find something from all of these views on the same historic event, then perhaps you can come quite close to the truth. And that is what is important with discussions, when there are many different opinions that are discussing together. And that is, of course, the method of this form of education, this United World College education, that young people are taught to discuss.
Yeah, that has been quite successful from my experience here so far. And also, it's not only in classrooms, but in the residences. We can sit down and have a chat for hours and hours about our conflicts back home and what kind of division in society there is back home. And from that, we can come to a common understanding on many different topics. And we also realize that in the end of the day that we all have very similar core human values, and that most of the things today are causing division in society through all let's say, politics, and mostly political issues. And those things cause a lot of problems in many places today. For example, North Korea and South Korea. Next year, we're going to have one South Korean first year here, and that's going to be a really interesting...
Is that true?
Yeah.
Ah.